Good morning and welcome to John Beck. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Wednesday yesterday. Today is Thursday, August 29th, 2024, and it is a day C. Before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, go ahead and take a seat. I am so happy that you guys are here in school. I told this to our kindergartners, but I might as well say this to all of you guys. On day one, which would have been Tuesday, we had 6 of our 7 grades show up to school, and I was thrilled, and your teachers were thrilled because this school was meant to have kids, but we weren't complete. Because when those kindergartners came yesterday, Wednesday, they finally made us all together. They made us whole. We were an entire school once and for all. And so I am so happy that we got to have that. And I'm so happy that our kindergarten students are with us again. To our older students, I'm not sure. Maybe you met your challenge, maybe you haven't. But I have been challenging many of our older students to find somebody who's younger. Perhaps our kindergartners, you giant kids, remind those kindergartners that we like them just the way they are, okay? And I really can tell that some of you guys are really trying because the words "I like you just the way you are" beginning to be spoken out loud in the hallways. I'm noticing it. I don't know if you are noticing it, but I'm noticing it. And you know what's even better? You still are talking about love, and you're still showing the care, and you're still encouraging each other. That hasn't gone away. That's still our anchor. But letting people know that we like them just the way they are, oh, that's amazing. Now, we've got 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, be respectful. Okay, respect is just it starts with being polite. It starts with being nice, but then extends to being kind. Okay, sometimes respect means you've got to do things you might not want to do, right? So maybe you don't want to sit and listen to your teacher. Maybe you're feeling extra wiggly. You want to be running around the room. But as I see so many of you guys do this, you guys sit there still because you know your teacher has something important to say. You know your teacher has worked hard to prepare for the things that they are going to offer you guys today. And it is very respectful to listen to them. I happened to be in the cafeteria yesterday, and many of you guys are still doing what I've always known you guys to do. You guys are being respectful. The volume was pretty good. And you kindergarten students, you guys had lunch for the very first time. How cool is it? I mean, you guys learned exactly what you needed to do. If you bought your lunch, you figured out what line to be in. You accepted help. You raised your hand to ask a question, to use the bathroom. And many of you guys are also learning to stay at your table, even when you're done eating, and not throw out your food just yet. Just wait there until one of the grown-ups says, okay, you and your whole table can go dump your trays and throw out your trash. I was very impressed. I was even there during breakfast. And once again, you guys are doing a great job being good friends and being kind to each other, being respectful to each other. All of that, that's respect. The other thing is being responsible. That's our second expectation. Number 1 is respect. Number 2 is being responsible. Be responsible with the things that belong to you, making sure you take good care of it, and also being responsible for your friends and taking care of yourself. Right? You want to take care of yourself. You don't want to do anything dangerous. That's not being responsible to your body. You don't want to be hurtful to somebody else because, frankly, you're responsible for our friends. I'm responsible for taking care of you. I'm responsible for making sure my friend knows that he or she is noticed. I want you to be responsible for your friends. Be their keeper. And last but not least, the very third expectation is being ready. Ready to learn, ready to be kind, ready to eat and do everything that we need you to do in the cafeteria, ready to listen and learn as whenever you're in the classroom, ready to be a good friend on the playground or out at recess. Okay? That is who John Beck is all about. Okay? And I know you have all of the power to do it. I can't do it for you. You can do it. All right, a couple announcements. Number one, if you haven't already turned in your summer reading program, but you completed it, make sure you do it. Special thing, I'm sharing this on behalf of Mrs. Evans. If you're going to turn in your summer reading packet, make sure you put your name on it because we want to recognize you, but we won't know who to recognize if you don't put your name on it. Make sure your name is on it. Okay. The other thing too is I want to give a shout out to a special group of kids, and those are our safety patrol students. On our very first day, we had a lot of confusion with buses, and it's a lot of your jobs had to be changed and shifted around. And you guys were all good sports about it, and I'm so incredibly thankful and grateful for it. And the reason another reason why I'm really grateful for it is that yesterday, which would have been most of us our second day of school, but our kindergartners' first day of school, things went really smooth. That's because you guys pivoted, you guys listened, you guys figured out as Safety Patrol what your new assignments are, what your mission was, and you took care of it by taking care of those kids. So thank you so much. Also, don't forget about these Beck cards. Some of you guys were asking when you guys are going to get them. You guys won't get them until sometime next week. We're still trying to firm up a few things, but I wanted to talk about them yesterday just so that you guys could begin to see what they are. Once again, if you're in the green house, you get a green one. If you're in the blue house, you get a blue one. Your yellow house, you get a yellow one. And if you are in the red house, you get a red one. And there are 10 punches in there. You want to be caught being good. You want to be caught being respectful, responsible, and ready, or loving, caring, and encouraging, because that's what we are. And I think it should be easy for you to do. And I'm really asking our grown-ups and our teachers to really notice you guys doing that. Okay. So once again, these will not be passed out this week. They will be passed out hopefully sometime next week. But I did want to start talking about them so you guys can start asking some questions. All right. Well, without further ado, I want to wrap up with this. I love you. I care about you, and I'm here to encourage you. Last but not least, this last phrase. I like you just the way you are. But today, I'm going to teach you the sign language for it. So it's almost like you're grabbing a button, I, and then you put out the number 1 with your other hand. Okay? It's almost like you're talking to that person like you just the way you are. Oh, I'm sorry. You're going up and down like this. So, I like you just the way you are. Let me turn to the side. I like you just the way you are. So, shout out to the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program because you guys really put together how to teach me the sign language for this phrase. And my hope is that I'm teaching it correctly to everybody else. But once again, I'll do it this way. I like you just the way you are. So you don't even have to say it out loud. When you're walking down the hallway, you could just, if you see me, you can just simply quietly go like this. And that just means you like me just the way you are. That is amazing. And then my hope is to point right back at you and say, I like you just the way you are. All right? Love, care, and encouragement. I like you just the way you are. Have an awesome day.